Hello and welcome to the BigBasket channel. If there is one thing that makes life easier in the kitchen, then it's an organized pantry. Not only it saves time and energy in the kitchen, but also reduces food waste and saves a lot of money. So let me show you a few simple ways to organize your groceries the right way. By the way, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could organize your pantry with groceries you got for free? Well, it's possible if you answer this simple question. How many times do I speak the word organize in this video? Put your answers down in the comment section, and the first 5 to give the correct answer stands a chance to win exciting BigBasket vouchers. To be eligible for the challenge, you must subscribe to the BigBasket channel. You know the drill, so now let's begin. Spices makes a quintessential element of Indian kitchen. We deal with so many spices on a day-to-day basis, and that's why it's important to organize them in a fashion that they can be easily accessible. It's indeed a good idea to keep a spice box handy with all the regular spices stored at one place. Individual containers not only take space but also are very time consuming, as one end up opening and closing different containers. With spice box like this, you just need to open a single box and your daily use spices are right there. Most used spices collected at a single space make sure that your meal is filled with needed flavor and that you are not missing out on anything. If possible, take the similar size and shape for both the spice boxes so that they are easily stackable and takes less space in the kitchen. Apart from regular ones, there are some ready-made spice mix also that we use. And to store them, you can use a bigger airtight storage container. Rectangle shape accommodates such spice boxes very well, and again, all of them are stored in a single container for easy accessibility. Hold on, as we are still not done with the spices yet. Like these powdered ones, there are more whole spices that we use to elevate our food, and storing them at a single place can be challenging. These spices are not very regularly used ones and need to be kept separately. So, the best idea is to use a step organizer. This organizer helps in utilizing the vertical space of the cabinets by also keeping all these spice bottles collected at a same place. This makes all the spices approachable and organized in the cupboard. Talking of flavorings, we often use different sauces and seasonings in our food. To keep these bottles organized, a lazy Susan is something you can rely on. It is basically a rotating tray that keeps all the bottles collected at one place. This occupies such less space in the pantry or kitchen and works like a charm. When you wish to pick a bottle, just rotate the tray and take your pick. Next major element of every pantry is grains and legumes. And since they are part of our daily meals, it is very important to have an organized system for storing them. So here, see-through airtight containers comes to rescue. See-through as it helps in quickly identifying the food, and airtight because it helps increasing the shelf life of the food. As mentioned earlier, rectangular containers utilize the pantry space in a much better way. It's always wise to pick different quantities in similar size based on your food consumption. Another most important point to consider while picking storage containers is that they are stackable. This helps in utilizing the vertical space in pantry and kitchen, and if possible, saves a lot of space. Even if you choose to buy round shapes, consider the option to stack containers on top of each other like these ones. With bigger families, keeping extra stock of food is obvious. Sometimes you need to keep buffer, sometimes it's about variety, or sometimes the quantity doesn't fit the container completely. So now the question is, how to store or organize this buffer stock properly. Bigger size containers like these are the best solution for this problem. Having 1 to 2 such big size boxes is a must have for an organized pantry to keep the grocery stock. Of course, first must have is to go for the right shape. Then look out for the right width and depth of the container depending on your usual grocery stock, making sure that everything fits inside the container, and also consider the available pantry space in your house. Next, the lid should be easy to open and shut for accessing these items quickly and easily. And lastly, having stackable options are always a good idea, so that if your pantry allows or you shift space, you can store them on top of each other to save a lot of space. One of the major elements of organization is labeling. With so many grocery items, it can get confusing at times to identify what is what, especially when the containers are not see-through like these. First one is to take a painter's tape and stick on the container. These tapes are easy to remove and replace, and the best is that you can easily write on them. So now, no need for separate listing. Just stick the tape and write those items and save yourself from hunting groceries. Second simple way is by cutting a small piece of paper and using it as a label. Then write down the grocery item and stick it on the container with the help of a tape. You might have to repeat it every time you wash the container, but this reduces the confusion between groceries to a great extent. Last and easiest method is by getting those temporary markers and labeling things down. They are not easy to remove. However, if you wish to clean them, rub some sanitizer with cotton and voila, you are good to go. I hope this video was helpful, and to watch more such helpful videos, don't forget to subscribe to the BigBasket channel and also press the bell icon for the latest updates on all such videos. Lastly, don't miss out on participating in the contest to win the BigBasket groceries. And I'll see you in my next video. See you all very soon.